YouTube. I'm Wildfowl Al, and I got a tip for you on the feeding chuckle. The feeding chuckle is a fascinating call to learn, but it's also a very difficult call to learn, or is it? Now, everybody always come to me and always said, to do the feeding chuckle, all you have to use is the words tick, 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 and you say it faster and faster and faster into the call, and eventually you get it. You know, that's not entirely 100% true. If you've ever tried it, you still struggle with it. So, here's how we're getting that sound to come out of that call. It's not necessarily tick, that's kind of what it sounds like out of the call, but it's not necessarily how we get that sound into the call. I come up with a new way of looking at it. Instead of using the words tick, try to use more of the sound of those sounds right there are how we're getting that into the sound to close off that reed so tight to make it so precise and so crisp and so clear. This is how you do it. In order to use it, it's kind of like the choo-choo train of calls. Try that instead. Let's just give that a try on the old call, shall we? You hear that? And then we're going to start using the word. That's going to close off the reed even faster. You see how we're doing that? We're coming up and clear up in the sternum, and we're blasting that air in there really short. Not loud, really short. Just that's kind of how we're getting that. And that is the tick-ah sound. Now, we got to break that down just a little bit further, because the sound that everybody's referring to is more like a machine gun when it comes out of the back of our throat. And it's more like you know, you can even talk like that. It's like going down a washboardy road and you hear your voice go and you sound kind of cool. That's kind of what it's like. So I'll tell you what, let's just give that a try. You see how that breaks up that sound? You see how you can really hear the differences in those two calls? Now, a lot of times, I try to throw in a long, like, call sound. Now, a lot of times when you see a hen feeding on the water, she's going to be making that sound. But when you see ducks flying clear up in the air and they're hanging up above the lake and they're kind of going, a lot of times you hear a different type of chatter sound. And it's more of a and how I'm manipulating that sound is I'm continuing that sound, but I'm also kind of manipulating it with my hands a little bit. I'm closing it off. I'm working that sound just a little bit. I'll tell you what, try that, and I think you'll master the chuckle call in no time. I'm Wildfowl Al. You guys keep her safe in the duck blind, and happy hunting.